All right. Welcome to another video with Tripping with the Smiths. We're talking about our experience in Key West. My favorite place, one of my favorite places to go in Florida. There.
Yeah, so last year we went with some family.
Wait.
What?
Don't talk so long. Y'all know I have to tell him.
Okay.
I'll be watching the time. He need to be long-winded. Okay, go.
You're making it longer.
Yep.
So last year, there goes a motorcycle by. After some time with family at Disney, we decided to go down to Key West because Candace wanted to go to Key West and visit. And
what?
nothing. I just lost my train of thought.
You got your notes. Use them.
Anyways, we drove down to Key West after we checked out of Disney World. And the drive is a little bit long. We got a little bit of a late start. It ended up getting later in the evening. And as we drove down there, people started getting stupid on the road. Pulling out in front of us. I don't know why you'd pull out in front of a semi towing a 45-foot long trailer, but they did. And at one point, somebody pulled out not only in front of us, but drove right into the side of our truck. So that was kind of the fun time getting down to Key West. We had an accident. Fortunately, nobody was hurt. The truck wasn't seriously hurt. Their car was still drivable after they replaced the tire. We didn't get cited because they drove into us. But we ended up making it down to Key West a little bit later than we planned and had to spend the night in the parking lot waiting for check-in the next day. So that was fun. What did you think about our drive down there?
Oh, I mean, not much to add, but it sucked, and I just don't understand how you... could miss us, but somebody did.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful that everyone was okay, including them.
Yeah, it was nice that nobody got hurt, and it was also nice that there happened to be a policeman that witnessed the accident. So dash cam video plus policeman witnessing the accident left there to be no questions who was at fault. So we didn't have any issues there. So that was good. While we're at Key West, we stay on base there, which is kind of nice because it doesn't cost the exorbitant fees that you pay at other campgrounds down there. And there's quite a bit of room, actually. So we stayed on base, and then we went and took in some of the sights and activities there. We started off with going to some of the boat races that were happening there. We didn't even know that the boat races were going on when we scheduled it, but they were having the big super boats, powerboat races down there in front of the I guess in front of the pier, the dock, the main area of Key West, and that was pretty interesting. What did you think of the boat races?
They were fun, loud, cool. Wish we had better view, but I think it was okay.
Yeah. I don't know that other than having a boat of your own and being out on the water watching it, I don't think there was really a better view per se.
No,
there was
you
more.
got there earlier and he was right up in the row because we was all lined up behind each other.
That's possible. Or maybe if you had paid for some of the seating underneath the big tents, that would have been nice. But all in all, it was still pretty good.
Yeah.
They were fun to watch. It's a big deal. They run helicopters over them. They've got chase boats out there and all kinds of stuff. So it was a pretty good time.
Mm-hmm.
Candace's first boat race. She likes it way better than stock car racing. Why do you like it better than stock car racing?
That's boring and dirty and dusty.
I didn't expect her to say boring, but dirty and dusty, right?
Oh.
The stock car racing on dirt tracks is a dirty sport, so the boats is clean, and it was pretty interesting.
Yeah,
There was a boat flipped the first day. We weren't down there for the first day, so there were no major accidents the other days that we were down there watching them.
Yeah, I'll take that any day over dirty race car day, race car, whatever they go call it.
We also did some local sightseeing, things that are there all the time. We went and saw the Coast Guard cutter. Candace, what does USCGC stand for?
It stands for, obviously, cutters in there. I didn't realize it was that C standing for cutter.
When I said Coast Guard cutter, she's like, what? What is that? You're making fun of them? I'm like, no, that's what it's called. It's U.S. Coast Guard cutter. Ingham, what was the name?
Keep talking. Don't wait on me to...
Anyways, we went and saw the Coast Guard cutter. We wandered around it. It brought back a little nostalgia from my Navy ship days because the ship is pretty similar.
Is that how you... It's not an R in there.
Ingham. Coast Guard cutter Ingham, which has a storied history. It was actually all the way back to World War II. It was used in actual fighting. It was used, I believe, it was used in the surrender of the Japanese. So it had some pretty cool history. It's a small ship, much like any other small warship.
Oh, stop. Where we watched the boat race, you couldn't think of the name. Mallory Square.
Yeah, Mallory Square.
Got it.
Back on that.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, so we went and toured the Coast Guard cutter. Candace was more interested in it than I was because
it never is.
It really just it's another ship, right? It's another ship. It's like I was stationed on an old destroyer. And I spent 3 years there, and the Coast Guard ship was just a smaller version of that, right? Similar technology, similar layout, similar everything.
Yeah, very small.
That was your overall take? It's cramped?
Cramped, small, hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been
very claustrophobic.
Yeah. If you want to see what life for the Coast Guard or the Navy is like, go take a tour. It's
there's several ships around. You don't have to go all the way to Key West, but
if you're in Key West, go take a tour.
Yes.
Or go take a tour on any of the other ships that are set up other places
as a museum.
As a museum. It's kind of interesting. Oh, no wonder it's crowded downtown. There's a cruise ship in. Get that thing. Laundry, where they do laundry once a week or so for each berthing. Watch your head, watch your feet. Those are called knee knockers.
Say what?
Those are called knee knockers.
Well, your knee wouldn't really hit it.
I know, but they're called knee knockers.
Your ankle.
So they'll bust you up. Oh, how I miss Navy showers. Yeah, pretty much the same as on.
Side.
There is no women's side on these old ships.
They do say women right there.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? The men's next door.
Pretty much the same as the ship that I was on. There's why you have PT standards, so that you can fit through that hatch when you secure the ship.
It's so close to Kobe.
We also, Candace wanted to go see the Butterfly Museum.
Oh wait,
in
you
Key
know
West.
what you skipped?
What?
The fort.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
Is that on your list?
No.
No. Well, it's part of that because we went after the ship.
Okay, so you want to go to the fort next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, ain't nothing else to say. We just visited the fort. It was cool to see all the stuff. The old ancient stuff from back in the day. Whatever years those was.
So yes, we went and visited the fort. And
Fort's a fort.
fort's a fort, as far as I'm concerned. If you've seen one, you've seen them all, right? It's cool history and all,
You have
but
different history.
they're all the same.
Jeez, you
Fort
so-
Barrancas in Pensacola is the same as Fort Jefferson in Key West, is the same as Fort, what's the fort in the Dry Tortugas? They're all the same. They're all built out of brick. They've got cannons. Some of them have more historical artifacts than others, but at the end of the day, they're all the same. With that being said, it's still kind of cool to wander
Zachary.
around.
What did you call it? It was Fort Zachary.
Fort Zachary. Sorry, I said Jefferson. I don't know why I said Jefferson.
Fort Zachary is in Key West.
Okay.
Okay. We get to give the people the right information.
Okay, Fort Zachary. Sorry, I didn't mean Fort Jefferson.
thing I have my
don't-
phone here.
I don't know where I got Fort Jefferson from.
I don't
but
know either.
We saw Fort Zachary. We wandered around. It was kind of cool. As with most forts, go spend a little bit of time. I wouldn't dedicate a lot of time to it because,
Well, you get
It's
through
another
it
fort.
unless you like me and you like to read all the plaques.
yeah,
He
Candace
hates
likes to
it.
read all the plaques. I
He
like to
hates
just
it.
kind of stroll through. For me, 20 minutes at a fort is plenty of time. For Candace, 2 hours at a fort is just getting started.
Yep.
So we kind of have to temper our exploration a little bit. But we went and checked it out. It was pretty cool. It's got beautiful views of the water. If you can check it out either at sunrise or sunset, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Saying something. What they say, the app.
Oh, the app.
Oh, these. Oh, I see now. Those.
Yeah. That allows them to be aimed.
So you have the ones back here. I mean.
Those ones, that's not where they were when they were being used. They were set up like this.
Oh, okay.
So they could be moved and aimed and fired.
Moving on.
Moving on to the Butterfly Museum.
That was wonderful. It was beautiful. Not much to say. It was smaller than what I expected.
Yeah, it was pretty small. So if you wanted to just walk through the Butterfly Museum, like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It's in a house. It's pretty small. But if you want to take your time and look and kind of check out all the different varieties of butterflies they have,
Yeah.
20 or 30 minutes would probably be
An
adequate.
hour. You can
If
do
you
it.
are a butterfly fanatic and you want to see every single butterfly and sit there and, at the butterflies, an hour would probably be good.
Don't bring Jeff. He can't handle that.
I wouldn't plan on spending more than an hour there, right? You could see it in roughly an hour. And that's the sites that we saw in
This
Key
time,
West
yeah.
this time around.
with small living wings, inflating them to their full size. At the same time, the butterfly carefully joins the two slender filaments that will become its tongue, or proboscis. When these final preparations are complete, another beautiful insect.
We just can't have hummingbirds because they're territorial, so they wouldn't fight all the other birds.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I definitely got two.
Birds. White ones up on there. It may not seem like a big deal, but we had the bumper down without hitting the hood anymore. If you remember from the picture of the accident, that bumper was stuffed into the hood over there. But with a bit of work with a 4-ton hydraulic press, a little bit of blood, just about everything costs a little bit of blood, but mostly the work with the 4-ton hydraulic press, we were able to bend that bumper back out to where it's usable again till we replace it. You can see that it did break a weld on the pipe. I don't know if the accident did that or if I think the accident started it and then I made it worse with the press. But the big thing is that we got it out, and you see another broken weld there. So we're definitely going to replace this. That aluminum, as advertised, does spring pretty good. I had to push it out probably 4 inches beyond where it needed to be, and it kept springing back. So I think probably breaking that weld helped it to get out of there. But this is just a temporary fix so that we can get on the road. We can open the hood, we can do our pre-trip, we can check the oil and all that stuff. So life is good. We should be clear until we're stopped somewhere where we can get this big ass bumper replaced. That's our project for today, and it's gone well.